Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. So please bear with me. God. No, don't need that information. Hey, what's going on, everyone? So this is my first ever intro YouTube video, or whatever you guys want to call this. This is my first time ever being on camera like this, so please bear with me as far as being nervous or stepping over my words. I'm not good at this stuff, so as far as like telling you what my life story is, it just might be too much information, so we'll just get right to it. So as far as like what my story is, my fitness journey. So I started working out when I was in the military and after boot camp. So since 2015 is when I actually started lifting, being uncomfortable lifting, just sticking to like 2 or 3 machines. That was my go-to. And after a while, lifting with people that have experience, it got me out of my comfort zone. Lifting as a community, getting more confident, getting more comfortable learning new things. So after a couple years went by, actually prior to that, I weighed 138. That was my lowest weight that I've ever weighed. 138, senior in high school. After that, boot camp went by, I bumped up 155, After that, a year and a half in Pensacola, I weighed maybe almost 165. And then a couple of years on the ship, did my thing. And then a 7-month deployment went by and I got crazy gains. I was eating I was eating 3 times a day, obviously, but then I also had like mass gainer shakes and this and that and the other. So I gained 22 pounds, or wait, no, I can't do the math, 165. I went up from 165 to 190, and that was my heaviest, 190, 195, I think. Anyways, that was my heaviest. But after that, I was doing primarily hypertrophy, just getting stronger, strength training, and nowadays they call it power building and stuff. So that's basically what I was doing. All the way up until just, maybe like last year, 2 years ago. After doing strength training and bodybuilding, I ended up training for a half. And, I trained for that half in 2019. I enjoyed that half. It was very painful for me at the end of it, but that's just how it is. But that's just what happened. So I trained for the half because, I did track and cross country back in high school. So basically in high school, I did track, cross country, and I did tennis. I did tennis for about 3 years. I did track for 2 years, and I did cross country for 1 year. And I actually enjoyed cross country. So I had a little bit of long distance running, or running in general. I had that type of endurance. Anyways, so after that, after boot camp, I weighed 155. Initially at the beginning of boot camp, I weighed 138. Super low for me being 5'11". 138 is kind of crazy. Anyways, 138, fast forward at 2015 all the way up until almost 2019, I weighed 195 to my peak around 2019, 2020, this was around 200. And then after that, I kind of cut down a couple of times to 185. I trained for my half marathon in 2019, sticking around 195. And because, I had that distance going for me, I had that endurance. So I decided to, let me dedicate 4 months of solid training. So I did that. I ran a half. And then after that, I got burnt out, super burnt out. Did not want to run for like a year. Anyways, fast forward to now, I am currently training for a half marathon in November, but also I'm training for a full marathon. It's kind of scary, but it's also kind of exciting, It's having that goal is kind of crazy. But having that goal in March to run a full marathon in Virginia Beach, it's the St. Paddy's Day full marathon. This November is going to be actually the Norfolk Harbor half marathon, and I did that in 2019 with my wife. We had a great time. It was a good time. But yeah, I'm currently training for that, incorporating. Um, we'll dive deep into that in some other videos as far as what my nutrition is, what my training frequency and my programming is as far as training for the half and still maintaining strength. But we'll go deep into that later. But I wanted to initially make this video in general, or this YouTube channel in general, to kind of put like the start of a brand, the start of something that I believe in. So it's this brand, it's called OYM. So on your mark, I mean, kind of pun intended, my first name is Mark, but on your mark, when you think of on your mark, you always think of taking the first step. Always the beginning of a race, you hear those words, you, as a person, you think like, okay, so when you hear that, what happens next? Exactly what you think. You take the first step. You, as a person, take that first step, that initial choice, that you have the strength to be able to put your best foot forward, to be able to put one foot in front of the other. And it doesn't have to specifically be about fitness. It could be about anything else. Learning something new. It could be about it could be learning about something new. It could be just becoming better in general, in however way possible. Like for me, just learning how to fish, learning how to box, with my brother, being a club president. And it, just that overall belief, like anybody can take that first step. It has to be you. You have to be willing to take that first step and, make that choice. Like, I'm just trying to spread that belief, or spread that, that belief to everyone. Is like, you don't have to be able to, like, you don't have to listen and like mimic other people's views, their practices, their ideologies. At the end of the day, it is your choice. It is you versus you. The only one in the mirror is you. You don't have to be looking at anybody else. When we're scrolling through our phones, we're always kind of have that image of like, oh, we could be them. We could be just as strong as them if we train exactly like them. No. Everybody's bodies are different. And everyone trains differently. Everyone's body responds differently. And, at the end of the day, it is on you to take that first step. And I do think OYM as a brand, or even as something to refer to as to like, oh, actually, yeah, no, that brand has inspired me to take the first step and to be able to like spread to others, like, hey, like, let me help you kind of gather the confidence, create discipline. Because sometimes I do think motivation is not the greatest thing to adhere to, because when you don't have motivation, then what do you have? That's why you do need discipline. So discipline needs to be there. So, but again, it all starts with you. Keywords: on your mark. And then at the end of the day, if you hear those 3 words, it just, you should be able to take that first step, become better. Even if it's better than yesterday, it's still better than doing nothing, Take that first step. But yeah, so that's a little bit about myself, a little about my fitness journey. Like I said, I'm not great at these. This is my first time doing this. It's like basically interviewing with myself. It's super weird. Like if I ask myself, tell me about yourself. Oh, I will go on some crazy tangent and tell you stuff that you don't need to know. But what's important about this channel is just to be, hopefully inspire others and kind of show them my story, and maybe they can pick up stuff that I put down, who knows. But yeah, please like and subscribe to this channel. I think that's what they say. But enjoy this video that my boy Shaquille, his information will be here at the top left up here for his links and stuff like that, because this man is a fire with the camera. He's doing a lot of good work, and me and him are going to be doing a lot of collaboration in the future with our channels. We're trying to get some stuff together. We're getting excited and trying to put stuff out to people so they can enjoy enjoy the content, get inspired, get educated a little bit, you know. We try and do our best. So please enjoy this montage, you know, that we put together, that I put together with his exceptional photography skills. So please enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy this first video, and I hope you find it informational. All right, y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all next week.